Welcome to Rivendell, Frodo Baggins.
Yo, what's up guys? I'm Luke and you're watching The Holy Brick. So about a week ago, I woke up bright and early in the morning. To be honest, it was more like 11 o'clock. And I came downstairs, got some coffee, and checked my phone. And when I checked my phone, the most exciting thing happened. I noticed that the new Lego Rivendell set had been released. So you can just pull it up here on lego.com. I have it pulled up right here, and it is $500. But to justify that, it does have 15 minifigures. And yes, my first question was, does it have the full fellowship? Because if you collected Lego Lord of the Rings, the older theme, then you would know that you had to buy like 5 sets to be able to get the full fellowship. So to have them all in one set is really dope. And it has 6,167 pieces. It's absolutely huge. So it does kind of justify the $500. Comment below, let me know if you think this set is actually worth $500. But as a Lord of the Rings and Lego fan, I can't tell you how stoked I am that this set finally came out. It's gonna be releasing March 8th, which luckily is actually really close to my birthday. My birthday is in April, so I'm praying, God, please help me to get some good birthday money so I can afford this set. First thoughts, just looking at it, it's a gorgeous set. It's honestly one of the most beautiful Lego sets I've ever seen. Something that really sticks out to me is probably the leaves. I love all those different like fall colors. There's a lot of sand green in this, which is really cool. The roof is also a really cool design. I bet that's going to be so freaking tedious though, to put all those tiles on and make sure they're lined up. Going back to the minifigs, you can also see these statues over here. And I calculated it earlier. I did all the math. I know I'm really smart. And I figured out that including the statues and the rest of the minifigures, there are actually 21 figures in this set. And you know what? You can never have enough statues. Those are some words to live by. And look, there's a river. There's a river in Rivendell. 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 Say that 5 times fast. It's probably actually not that hard. Another thing that sticks out to me is this gazebo over here. That is so dope. Now, Lego actually has done a Rivendell set before. It was just the Council of Elrond, and it was really tiny. I think it retailed for about $30 at the time, and it did not have room for the full fellowship. The new Council of Elrond, which is inside of the Rivendell set, can seat all of the fellowship, and it comes with all the members of the fellowship, so it's a double whammy. The box is so bland. I see why they did that though. It's because it's an 18+ set, but man, I loved the old box art for Lord of the Rings. Oh my gosh, it was so epic. They had like a map of Middle-earth in the back. I just want my fancy box art. Is that too much to ask for? So we also get a really nice view of the back of the thing, so this reveals the full interior. I really like this little armory down here on the side. That's another side build that they did not need to include. We've also got some mushrooms down here in the forest. Merry and Pippin would be proud. We've got this cool little scene with Aragorn and Arwen. I believe that's the scene where they come and I think they kiss. Don't they kiss in that scene? I don't know, but there they are together. This is a really cool detail. It's a hidden detail from the front, but it does have Bilbo's little bench he sits on, and that's from when Frodo comes in and he sees Bilbo for the first time since he left the Shire, and he's sitting there waiting for Frodo writing his book. And I love that they included that. He has a separate piece to make it look like he's sitting, and I think that's actually 4 pieces. It's a small little mini build, and I believe they do that for each of the minifigures with small legs, with midget legs. I don't know, midget legs might not be politically correct anymore. Lego might have changed that. And then above the room where the Blade of Isildur is, we've got a couple paintings. I think that first one's of Gondor, but it looks like there's water around it, so I'm not sure. Comment below if you do know what that is, because I'd really like to know. And we've also got another painting of like a ship. It kind of looks Viking-esque. Of course it's not, but I think that's supposed to be sailing to the elves like land they go after they die to live forever. Oh my gosh, I'm totally spacing. It's the land beyond the sea. I think it's like a cool name for it. Look it up. Valinor. Got it. Handy Google there. So you can see we've got Boromir looking all proud of himself holding the sword. And then we've got Aragorn over there looking all ticked off. I love that so much. Something that I think is just so freaking cool is that new sword mold for the broken blade of Isildur. I wish they had little bits of the sword, because I know in the movie they've got all the different pieces that are shattered. But that's still so epic. There's another one of those statues. Like I said earlier, you can never have enough statues. And over to the side, there's like this little mural of Sauron and Isildur. That is so cool. I think that's a sticker too. It seems like this set has a whole bunch of stickers. And then on the bottom floor, we've got Elrond. It looks like he's in like maybe his own little like chamber thing. And he's got a little map in there, which is really cool. And then we've got Merry and Sam. And it looks like all the floor is tiled off, which is really cool. You don't see that a whole ton. And then we've got Pippin, for some reason, peeking off from the side. And so this whole thing is super duper modular. Everything can break apart. And something that was super trippy for me at first is this. You can actually take the Council of Elrond out from the rest of the build, which is a really cool feature if you want to display it on your own. But that confused me so much to have that huge gaping hole in the floor. So you might not want to display it on its own, because that'll leave the rest of it looking super ugly. Right here, they use little cupcake wrapper pieces for some of the architecture. I love that so much. We also are getting these new like fern pieces. It's always nice to get new plant pieces. We got to save the environment of Middle Earth. We need to start that like GoFundMe, save the environment of Middle Earth, save the ferns in Middle Earth. There we go. Treebeard would get behind that. And then on the side, we also have what looks like a sticker. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a mural or if that's supposed to be like a forced perspective thing. I love this big, chonky, thick boy tree over here. And you can just barely see this, but there are some lambless bread back there in the background. So just the tiny little details just get me so excited. We've also got another one of these little bridges, which if you've watched the movie, Peter Jackson adds a ton of bridges in Rivendell, I guess, because they've got so many rivers. So we've got a up top view, kind of a bird's eye view, and we've got some more views of that sexy looking roof. Again, every time I see them, there are some mushrooms. Maybe Merry and Pippin can eat them for second breakfast. And then this is the entrance to the actual like little blacksmith type area, the little armory, and I love how that looks. It's at an angle, and we've got an anvil out here. Okay, so this is the Council of Elrond with all of the council, all of the fellowship inside of it. That looks so cool. I love all the chairs. I saw that those are actually little weenie pieces along with popsicles on this back. You can also see Gandalf comes with an alternate hairpiece for when he takes his hat off. I still so wish for Gandalf that they would have had like a hair hat combo so we could have hair coming out of the hat, but maybe some other day. It's really sad. We've also got this really awesome little stand for the ring. We've got Gimli coming over to destroy the ring.
What are we waiting for?
We believe in you, Gimli. You can destroy that ring. And you can also see that Gimli has an alternate hairpiece as well for when he takes his helmet off. Love that. Love it when LEGO does that so much. And now we get a better view of like the actual quarters inside of Rivendell. So this is where Frodo comes after he gets stabbed by Nazgul. And, or it's the end of the world and he just escaped it with Sam.
Here at the end of all things.
So we've got this really sweet scene with Gandalf in here and Frodo. And now this is what I was talking about earlier with Bilbo. You can see how it's a different piece for the midget legs, so it can make it look like they're sitting down. I love how those bed sheets look. I love the mithril armor in that chest. That looks so awesome. I also love the little elf on the bed frame, but that would be a bit spooky, having an elf constantly watching over you while you sleep. Maybe it'd be reassuring. I don't know. Tell me in the comments. And we've also got Bilbo's room, so all the Baggins can stay here at Rivendell, and you can see he's writing his book. It says there and back again. I love that so much. And he doesn't look like a creepy Bilbo anymore. And it looks like over here he's got a little tiny hobbit-sized bed, which is awesome. Like a little tower, a little clock tower maybe. Nah, it probably doesn't have a clock in it. I don't know, what could be up there? What are the elves hiding up there? Don't know. So I saved one of the best parts for last, and that's the minifigures. Probably the most important part of Lord of the Rings is of course the characters, and of course the fellowship. A couple of the minifigs are just some nameless elves, I think. Maybe they have names, let me know in the comments below. One has blonde hair, it's a lady elf, and the other just has brown hair. Those are both reuses from Legolas and Elrond. I really like the elf skirt piece though. We've got Elrond. I'm not sure if I like his face better or the original Elrond's face. I do like the original Elrond's hairpiece better though, because it actually had his headband on the hairpiece, which makes just more sense. The updated Gandalf minifigure took 2 updates that we really needed, and that update is printing and a skirt piece. Unlike the original Gandalf, which I have right here, he just has regular minifigure legs and no printing whatsoever on them. He wears, of course, a wizard's cloak, which wouldn't just be regular legs. So Lego fixed that, and they gave him a skirt piece along with printing on it, which Gandalf just looks so much better now. Next, we've got Bilbo, and in this picture, he's freaking scary, Bilbo, when he tries to take the ring from Frodo, and he goes, but he looks terrifying, and I love it so much. I really wish we could also get a version of Bilbo, an older version of Bilbo from the Shire, but this looks phenomenal. And before we get into all the hobbits, another thing I'd like to point out is that each of them have dual molded midget legs, which is just awesome. They have just regular, straight, one-colored legs. Now we get 2 colored legs, and with the flesh on the bottom, which makes a lot more sense since hobbits are barefoot. So Frodo, he has his ring, and his face print looks awesome. I love this freaked out face when he puts on the ring. We've also got Sam. Now Sam, actually not arguably, hands down, he's the best character. He literally is the key to everything. He's the one who actually saves Middle-earth, and I love Sean Astin in that role. I don't think he looks a ton like Sean Astin. With all these minifigures, I can give Lego a bit of a break, since they could be trying to get kind of a balance between the movies and the books, but they actually switched the hair pieces that used to be on Sam and Merry. I think it's more accurate. I'm glad they finally did that. Pippin's face is just, it looks like it's been sent from heaven. Merry has broken something, and that's his carrot. I have both of them. I had to buy them on the aftermarket since I didn't get them back when the sets were out, but they're worth like maybe $50 or $60 together, so I'm really keeping my fingers crossed, hoping they're not going to go down in price now that this new set's released, but I'm glad we get them updated. They look so good. We've also got Boromir. He's the only member of the Fellowship that I actually do not own. Again, I'm not sure if I like the older version of his face better or the new one. You can definitely tell it's updated. I love his new shield piece. Legolas, I wish they wouldn't have updated his face. Honestly, this one, I liked the other one better. It looked a lot more like Orlando Bloom. Do like the hairpiece better. I'm wondering if that's rubbery or if that's going to be more of a hard plastic. He does have dual molded legs, which is awesome. We've got Aragorn. He's another minifigure where I'm kind of torn between if I like the older face print better or the new one. I don't understand why Lego has never given Aragorn a cloak. He wears a cloak. He's Drider. I don't understand why Lego never gives him a cloak, but he looks good. Arwen. Something interesting with Arwen is that she's got a white dress on now. She used to have a blue dress, which you can see right here. Gimli. He actually changed his beard color from brown to red. I think I'm happy with both of them. It looks like they kept the same helmet piece. They did give him mid legs, which is really cool, so he'll be slightly taller than the hobbits, but they also gave him a new axe piece. Lego, hats off to you. They look phenomenal. And finally, I'm not sure, is that Gloin? Or is that a different, just like kind of random dwarf? Let me know in the comments below. So this set has been released for about a week. Unfortunately, I was a little bit slow on getting it out because I was actually in California, and I was able to pick up some of these Lego brick heads, which these are the Lord of the Rings ones. If you want me to do a review on them, comment below, because I'd like to do a review on them. I'm planning on doing a Sam brick head as well, because I don't understand. Lego did Frodo and Gollum. I honestly would have preferred Frodo and Sam. And Lego hasn't released any Lord of the Rings sets since, I think, early 2010s. And so this set is just so crazy to actually happen. So with 6,167 pieces, 15 minifigures, and an amazing build, is it still worth $500? And are you gonna buy it? Tell me in the comments down below. Like the video if you went on to enjoy it, and subscribe with the notifications on if you don't want to miss my review of this or any other Lego or Lord of the Rings content I make. And I hope to see you next time on the Holy Brick. I think, what's a good outro I could do? A Lego Lord of the Rings outro. Got it. Bye, you fools.